Alright, I only show this as a video because not only do I want to show that I wanted to see what it takes to print it, to see what, profiling or what needs to be done as far as the printer setup to get this to print. So I basically put it in a video format, so I'm not just explaining it in words because that means nothing. I wanted to be able to show practical aspects of printing the STL file as it comes, or in this case the G code. Okay, and you can see it's almost done. I've got another about 20 minutes, but the whole purpose of this is to show how my printer is. This is to show mechanically how it is set up, not to show that there's any changes or modifications or aftermarket additions. It's just not required, as you can actually see. Okay, so instead of me saying that it doesn't have all of that, I'll show you what it does have. Okay, it has the plastic extruder. Okay, this is what came with the printer. It has the white Bowden tube. It came with the printer. It has the original hot end. This is the original hot end. No firmware changes, no E-step changes. It's just not required. It has never been required for any of my printers. So this is what's printing right now. There's no electronic gizmo mounted here on the side for leveling because I use this. This right here is the old school tramming tool. This is a paper feeler gauge, and they call it a feeler gauge because that's exactly what it is. It feels the distance between the nozzle and the print surface. Okay, that's how it works. You can see here it's just the standard bed. The only thing that's different is not to modify or upgrade the printer. I have no upgrades, so-called upgrades, on this printer. This is because it's user preference. This is what I wanted to use. It's not for any other reason. It's because I prefer to print on this surface in this manner. It has nothing to do with upgrading the printer at all. It's not a so-called upgrade. It's just a preference. Okay. Also the springs. The springs came with the printer. Okay. These are what came on the printer. I don't change it out whenever I do a video and then change it back when the video stops. This is how it's printing right now. Okay? And it's an ENDER 3. Alright? And I mount the filament on the side. Alright? Not up here. I put it here. And people say, oh geez, aren't you going to have a problem with this hitting the spool when it gets up to about 6 inches off the bed? Possibly. I don't really print more than 6.5, 7 inches off the bed. Even if I did, this here, the tube, would hit here long before this gets here. If I plan to go above 6.5 or 7 inches, I just simply move it up here for that particular print and then back to the side for any prints afterwards. This gives me an option to move it up and down for any size print I plan to do. Right? The advantage of this is obvious. The filament is being fed straight directly into the extruder. Alright? It goes in here, comes out here, right through the extruder. There's no arms, no levers, no gadgets, no gizmos, no pulleys, nothing to redirect it because it's just not required. It's not worth the effort. Just move it here and you can have adjustment. Okay? So again, this is as you see it printing right now, and it's going to be done pretty soon here, and I'll show you that here. I'm going to show you the screen, show you something else. Right here is the set point. Right there is 0. The set point is 0. I don't heat the bed. I've never heated the bed. I've never had to heat the bed. When I print in this fashion, I never in 3.5 years, almost 4, have ever needed to heat the bed. Because I don't need to, what other people need to do is reinforce adhesion. Okay? When I do it like this, it's automatic. Alright? You see here how it's done. Alright? You see my print surface. You see right here. You see what's holding the print to the surface. Alright? So when I tram the bed, I don't tram it out here. It's not printing out here. I tram it corner to corner, corner to corner. That's it. I don't do any lines or circles or squares or G-codes or blah 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 to test my tramming skills. I know when I tram with that right here, I know my skill. I've mastered the tramming skill. I don't need this little gizmo here to check it, because just by checking it, you have to remove all that crap. When you do a G-code, you got to remove it all just to start a real print. Just tram it, get it done, start the print. Alright, so that's just the basics of 3D printing. Nothing fancy. There's no aftermarket additions. There's no RAFT, no messy ass glue stick, no BRIM, no curling. You can see it for yourself. Please don't take my word for it. It's just not required. Right? You don't have to take my word for anything. This keeps it simple. Alright? That's it. It's almost too easy. Let the printer do its job. Okay? Just stand back and enjoy. Alright. This is it. This just makes it simple for anybody looking to print. Just keep it simple. Keeps it printing. Alright, happy printing.